Good day everyone, my name is Jessamio Akas and I am the reporter number 10 for Chapter 5. Strategies in Actions combines both to adapt behavior and provide structure in order to achieve a continuous improvement. What are strategies? Strategies represent the actions to be taken to accomplish long-term objectives. So what are long-term objectives? So, long-term objectives represent the results expected from pursuing certain strategies. So, these strategies represent the actions to be taken to accomplish long-term objectives. The time frame for objectives and strategies should be consistent, usually from 2 to 5 years. Next is the nature of long-term objectives. In establishing objectives, one should keep in mind that objectives should be quantitative, measurable, realistic, understandable, challenging, hierarchical, obtainable, and congruent among organizational units. Each objective should also be associated with a timeline. Because long-term objectives usually often taken from 2 to 5 years. Clearly established objectives offer many benefits. They provide direction, allow synergy, aid in evaluation, establish priorities, reduce uncertainty, minimize conflicts, stimulate exertion, and aim in both the allocation of resources and the designs of jobs. Without long-term objectives, an organization would drift aimlessly towards some unknown ends. Without clear objectives, it is hard for an organization or individual being successful without clear objectives. Having long-term objectives is very important for an organization or individual. There are two types of objectives are especially common in organization, which is financial and strategic objectives. So financial objectives include those associated with growth in revenues, growth in earnings, higher dividends, larger profit, margins, greater return on investment, higher earnings per share, a rising stock price, and improved cash flow. So next is strategic objectives. So strategic objectives include things such as larger market share, quicker on-time delivery, shorter design to market, lower cost, higher product quality, wide geographic coverage than rivals. So it also achieves technological leadership, consistent in getting new or improved products to market ahead of their rivals. Although financial objectives are especially important in firms, oftentimes there is a trade-off between financial and strategic objectives such that crucial decisions have to be made. For example, a firm can do certain things to maximize short-term financial objectives that would have harm long-term strategic objectives. Ultimately, the best way to sustain competitive advantage over the long run is to relentlessly pursue strategic objectives that strengthen a firm's business position over rivals. Financial objectives can be met by focusing first and foremost on achievement of strategic objectives that improve a firm's competitiveness and market strength. An unidentified educator once said, "If you think education is expensive, try ignorance." The idea behind this saying also applies to establishing objectives. So, strategies should avoid the following alternative ways to not managing by objective. First is managing by extrapolation. So, it adheres to the principle, if it isn't breaking, don't fix it. This idea is to keep on doing about the same things in the same ways because things are going well. Second is managing by crisis. So managing by crisis is based on the belief that the true measure of a really good strategist is the ability to solve problems. Because there are plenty of crises and problems to go around every person and every organizations. Strategists ought to bring their time and creative energy to bear on solving the most pressing problems of the day. Managing by crisis is actually a form of reacting rather than acting, and of letting events dictate the what and when or manager's decision. Third is managing by subjective. So it is built on the idea that there is no general plan for which way to go and what to do. Just do the best you can to accomplish what you think should be done. In short of this, do your own thing the best way you know how. It's sometimes referred to as the mystery approach to decision making because subordinates are left to figure out what is happening and why. The last one is managing by hope, so it is based on the fact that the future is laden with great uncertainty and that if we try and do not succeed, then we hope our second or third attempt will succeed. Decisions are predicated on the hope that they will work and the good times are just around the corner, especially if luck and good fortune were on our side. There are also 11 alternative strategies that an enterprise could pursue. Each alternative strategy has countless variations. So, vertical integration strategy allow a firm to gain control over distributors, suppliers, and or competitors. In integration strategies, there are forward integration, backward integration, and horizontal integration are sometimes collectively referred to as vertical integration strategies. For forward integration, it is defined of gaining ownership or increased control over distributors or retailers. Increasing numbers of manufacturers or suppliers today are pursuing a forward integration strategy. For backward integration, it seeks ownership or increased control of a firm's suppliers. So both manufacturers and retailers purchase needed materials from suppliers. This strategy can be specially approached when a firm's current supplier are unreliable, too costly, or cannot meet the firm's need. The last one in integration strategy is horizontal integration. So horizontal integration seeks ownership or increased control over competitors. One of the most significant trends in strategic management today is the increased full use of horizontal integration as a growth strategy. The next alternative strategy is intensive strategies. Market penetration, market development, and product development are sometimes referred to as intensive strategies because they require intensive efforts if a firm's competitive position with existing product is to improve. Under intensive product is market penetration, market development, and product development. In market penetration, it seeks to increase market share for present products or services in present markets through greater marketing efforts. This strategy is widely used alone in combination with other strategies. It includes in increasing the number of salesperson, increasing advertising expenditures, offering extensive sales promotion items, or increasing publicity effort. Next is market development. So market development involves introducing present products or services into a new geographic areas. The company's new strategic plan includes selling many, if not most of its stores worldwide to existing franchise or new investors. The last strategy in intensive strategy is product development. So product development is a strategy that seeks increased sales by improving or modifying present products or services. Usually, it entails large research and development expenditures. Another alternative strategy is diversification strategies. So, under diversification strategies, there are two general types, which are related and unrelated. Related diversification adds new but related products or services, while unrelated diversification adds new unrelated products or services. Businesses are said to be related when their value chains possess competitively valuable cross-business strategic fit. Another alternative strategy is defensive strategies. In addition to integrative, intensive, and diversification strategies, organizations also could pursue retrenchment, divestiture, or liquidation. So, what are retrenchment, divestiture, and liquidation? Retrenchment occurs when an organization regroups through cost and asset reduction to reverse declining sales and profits. Sometimes it is called a turnaround or reorganizational strategy. Retrenchment is also designed to fortify an organization's basic distinctive competence. And divestiture is selling a division or part of an organization. Divestiture often is used to raise capital for further strategic acquisitions or investments. It is also can be part of an overall retrenchment strategy to rid an organization of businesses that are unprofitable, that require too much capital, or that do not fit well with the firm's other activities. Selling all of a company's assets in parts for the tangible worth is called liquidation. So, what is liquidation? Liquidation is a recognition of defeat and consequently can be an emotionally difficult strategy. However, it may be better to cease operating than to continue losing large sums of money. In Figure 5.3, it shows Porter's 5 generic strategies. According to Porter, strategies allow organizations to gain a competitive advantage from 3 different phases: the cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. Porter calls these bases generic strategies. Cost leadership emphasizes producing standardized products at a very low per unit cost for consumers who are price sensitive. 2 alternative types of cost leadership strategies can be defined. Type 1 is a low-cost strategy that offers products or services to a wide range of customers at the lowest price available on the market. Type 2 is a best value strategy that offers products or services to a wide range of consumers at the best price value available on the market. The best value strategy aims to offer customers a range of products or services at the lowest price available compared to a rival's products with similar attributes. Both Type 1 and Type 2 strategies target a large market. Porter's Type 3 generic strategy is differentiation, a strategy aimed to producing products and services considered unique industry-wide and directed at consumers who are relatively price sensitive. Type 4 is a low-cost, focused strategy that offers products or services to a small range of customers at the lowest price available on the market. And Type 5 is the best value-focused strategy that offers products or services to a small range of customers at the best price value available on the market.